March 21st, 2023. World Baseball Classic Final. Bottom of the ninth inning. 2 outs. The tying run at the plate. Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Mike Trout in the batter's box. The two best players of their generation. Teammates in the regular season. Opponents on the biggest stage in baseball. Around the world, MLB pitchers are not casually, not for entertainment, but because they understand exactly what this moment is. This isn't an all-star showcase. This isn't a highlight reel. This is a pitcher executing under maximum pressure against one of the greatest hitters alive. And when Ohtani freezes Trout with a sweeper to end the game, the reaction from pitchers around the league is immediate. Not admiration, not excitement, respect mixed with something else. Because facing Shohei Ohtani, or watching him when the stakes are highest, confirms what MLB pitchers already know. This is not normal baseball, and no one understands that better than the people who have to pitch to him. Pitchers spend their entire lives chasing control. They train for precision. They obsess over command. They live on the margins, inches, milliseconds, sequencing, and most of the time, that's enough. But there's one hitter in baseball who changes how pitchers think before they even step on the mound. Shohei Ohtani. Today we're breaking down what MLB pitchers really say when they pitch to Shohei Ohtani. Not highlights, not hype, but the mindset, the fear, and the reality of trying to get him out. And if you want baseball stories told from the inside, the way players actually experience them, hit subscribe to Foul Ball. Now let's get into it. Pitchers are taught to believe that every hitter has a weakness. It might take time, it might take film, but eventually patterns emerge. A hole up and in, trouble with breaking balls away, a tendency to chase. That's the foundation of pitching at the highest level. Find the weakness, exploit it, win the at-bat. Shohei Ohtani breaks that belief. When opposing pitchers talk about him, the first thing they mention isn't home runs. It's disbelief. Former New York Yankees ace CC Sabathia watched Ohtani play for the first time in person. The Angels were in town. Ohtani came to the plate in the first inning, hit a chopper to short, and beat it out. CC turned to Luis Severino sitting next to him in the dugout and said, "That's the best baseball player I've ever seen in my life."
He's the best baseball player I've ever seen.
One play, one at-bat. And CC, who played 19 years in the big leagues and faced every elite hitter of his generation, already knew. Later, on his R2C2 podcast, Sabathia explained exactly what he meant. "Are you kidding me? He can hit the ball 900 feet and throw the ball 99 miles per hour off the mound. Who else is doing that? Who else is doing that, bro? There's nobody else doing that at the big league level." That quote matters because it comes from a pitcher who lived in the same mental space as the guys facing Ohtani today. Sabathia understands preparation. He understands scouting reports. He understands film study and sequencing and pitch selection. And he understands when the normal rules stop applying. Hall of Fame pitcher Greg Maddux, one of the smartest pitchers to ever play the game, said it even more directly. He kind of reminds you of Nolan Ryan, and then he reminds you of freaking Barry Bonds. He's both of those guys. I mean, he's got great stuff, and he can hit a home run with the best of anybody. Nobody else has done it before. I mean, the last guy was who? Maybe Babe Ruth? Nobody's been able to do that. Maddux is comparing Ohtani to Nolan Ryan as a pitcher, and Barry Bonds as a hitter. Two of the most dominant players in baseball history, and Ohtani does both. To pitchers, Ohtani doesn't feel like a hitter you solve. He feels like a hitter you survive. Most elite hitters still give pitchers something. Aaron Judge struggles against elite breaking balls low and away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. can be overly aggressive early in counts. Juan Soto will sometimes get too patient and fall behind. Every hitter has a tendency. Every hitter has a pattern. Opposing pitchers say Ohtani doesn't. In 2024, Ohtani put up a slash line of .310/.390/.646. That's a 1.036 OPS. He became the first player in Major League Baseball history to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases in the same season. 54 homers, 59 stolen bases. Those numbers alone tell you he's elite. But it's the advanced metrics that tell you why pitchers feel helpless. His chase rate in 2024 was 26.6%. That means he swung at pitches outside the strike zone only 26.6% of the time. The league average, 31.9%. So Ohtani is more disciplined than the average big league hitter. and he's doing it while hitting for more power than almost anyone in the game. His barrel rate, 23.5%. Elite territory. His hard hit rate, 58.7%. His average exit velocity, 94.9 miles per hour. Those aren't just good numbers. There's no way to pitch around this guy numbers. Mike Trout, Ohtani's former teammate, 3-time MVP, and one of the greatest players of this generation, said it best. He's got the best stuff in the league, I think. I don't think I've talked to anybody who wants to face that dude. And at the plate, he's got very little weaknesses. Let that sink in. Mike Trout, who's been in big league clubhouses for over a decade, doesn't know a single pitcher who wants to face Ohtani. Not one. One anonymous NL pitcher told MLB.com, "You can execute the pitch exactly how you want," and he still stays on it. That sentence tells you everything. Pitchers don't mind giving up hits. They mind losing control of the chessboard. And against Ohtani, pitchers feel like the board tilts against them before they even throw the first pitch. When pitchers talk privately about facing Ohtani, one phrase keeps coming up: no margin for error. Against most hitters, a pitcher can miss his spot by a few inches and live with the result. A fastball catches too much of the plate? Maybe it's a single. A breaking ball hangs slightly? Could be a double. Against Ohtani, even a small mistake feels fatal. Let's talk about April 5th, 2021. Chicago White Sox at Angels. Dylan Cease is on the mound for Chicago. Shohei Ohtani is about to bat for the Angels. But here's the thing. Ohtani had just pitched the top of the first inning. He threw 100 miles per hour. 3 times in 1 inning. Now he's stepping into the batter's box. Bottom of the first, Cease fires a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Ohtani crushes it. Exit velocity, 115.2 miles per hour. Launch angle, 27 degrees. Distance, 451 feet. Gone. Shohei Ohtani became the only player in StatCast history to throw a pitch 100 miles per hour and hit a ball 115 miles per hour in the same game. Not just the same game, the same inning. An anonymous AL pitcher explained the reality to MLB.com. You make good pitches and hope he gets himself out. He is very good. He'll hit good pitches. He'll also hammer mistakes. That's what really good hitters do, is they don't miss your mistakes, and they do damage with them. That's the nightmare for pitchers. If you make a mistake, it's gone. But even if you execute perfectly, Ohtani can still beat you. Pitchers have said that throwing to Ohtani feels like pitching with runners on base, even when the bases are empty. That's pressure, and pressure changes behavior. Pitchers nibble more. They overthink sequences. They abandon their strengths. They start pitching scared. And Ohtani feeds off that. Pitching isn't just physical, it's mental warfare. Pitchers rely on confidence, the belief that their plan will work. Their fastball will blow it by the hitter. Their slider will get a chase. Their changeup will induce weak contact. Shohei Ohtani attacks that confidence before the first pitch is thrown. One anonymous AL pitcher told MLB.com exactly how they approach facing him. You've got to mix it up. You can't go the same speed to the same location. So you've got to be able to go up, down, in, out. You either have to pitch him backward or you have to speed him up early to expose him to breaking balls later. I mean, it's tough because even if he mishits a ball, he's so fast that it's a hit. Read that again. Even when Ohtani mishits the ball, when the pitcher gets him out in front or jams him, he's still fast enough to beat out ground balls. That's terrifying for a pitcher because it means there's no true safe outcome. Strike him out? Maybe. Weak contact? He might still beat it out. Good contact? It's leaving the park. Another NL pitcher admitted that it's one of those matters where you can't fall into a pattern. Definitely not doubling up or tripling up on pitches because then he's seen the pitch. Kind of keeping him on his toes and keep him thinking up there is your best chance. So the strategy is don't repeat pitches. Don't establish patterns. Keep him guessing. But here's the problem. That's easier said than done because once doubt creeps in, execution suffers. Fastball command wavers. Breaking balls hang. Off-speed pitches flatten out. And Ohtani doesn't need many mistakes. He needs one. Pitchers want to get ahead in the count. 0-1, 0-2. That's where they dominate. When the count is in their favor, they can expand the zone. They can throw nasty breaking balls in the dirt. They can challenge hitters up in the zone. But pitchers say Ohtani changes how counts are played. In 2024, he slashed .310 slash .390 slash .646 with a 1.036 OPS. He walked 81 times. He struck out 162 times. That walk-to-strikeout ratio tells you something. Ohtani is selective. He's not chasing. He's not expanding his zone unnecessarily. He's waiting for his pitch, and when he gets it, he doesn't miss. Let's talk about August 23rd, 2024. Tampa Bay Rays at Dodgers. Bottom of the ninth inning. The game is tied. Bases loaded. Colin Poche is on the mound for Tampa Bay. Shohei Ohtani steps into the box. This is maximum pressure for both guys. Poche needs one out to get to extras. Ohtani has a chance to end it. One swing. Walk-off grand slam. Ohtani became the fastest player in MLB history to reach 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases. One pitch, one mistake. Game over. An NL pitcher told MLB.com. Don't give him something too good to hit. Hit your spots. Don't miss. But don't miss is a lot easier to say than to do, especially when you're facing a guy who can end the game with one swing. Pitchers are trained to trust their best weapons, to attack early in the count, to challenge hitters with their fastball. Ohtani makes them second-guess those weapons, and hesitation is death on the mound. Pitchers accept failure as part of the job. They know they're going to give up hits. They know they're going to give up runs. But again, failure feels amplified. One mistake doesn't just hurt the scoreboard. It changes momentum, changes the game, it changes history. September 19th, 2024, Miami Marlins at Los Angeles Dodgers. Ohtani is sitting on 48 home runs and 48 stolen bases. He's 2 home runs away from 50, 2 stolen bases away from 50. No player in baseball history has ever hit 50 homers and stolen 50 bases in the same season. Ohtani doesn't just reach 50 to 50 this game. He goes 6 for 6, 3 home runs, 2 stolen bases, 2 doubles, 10 RBI. His 50th home run came off Mike Baumann in the 7th inning. His 51st came later that same inning. His 52nd, number 52, came in the 9th. By the time the game ended, Ohtani had single-handedly rewritten the record books, first player ever to 50-50. And he didn't just barely get there, he obliterated it. Opposing pitchers have said that even thinking about missing a spot against Ohtani tightens their delivery. That tension shows up in velocity dips, in hanging breaking balls, in fastballs leaking back over the plate. Ohtani doesn't force mistakes. He waits for them. And when they come, he doesn't miss. Pitchers read hitters. They look for tells, rushed swings, late reactions, panic, signs that the hitter is uncomfortable. Pitchers say Ohtani shows none of it. Even with 2 strikes, even against elite velocity, even against wipeout breaking balls, he never looks overmatched. October 5th, 2024, NLDS Game 1, San Diego Padres at Los Angeles Dodgers. Dylan Cease is on the mound for San Diego. This is the same Dylan Cease that Ohtani destroyed back in 2021 with that 115.2 miles per hour missile. Second inning, runners on base, Cease fires a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Ohtani crushes it. Exit velocity, 115.2 miles per hour. Again, 3-run home run. His first career postseason home run, game tied. The Dodgers went on to win 7-5. One opposing pitcher said, "He doesn't look uncomfortable, ever." That's rare, because discomfort is what pitchers are trying to create. The swing and miss on a fastball up, the awkward hack at a breaking ball in the dirt, the late swing on a changeup. Ohtani denies them that satisfaction. Even when he gets beat, he doesn't look beat, and that messes with pitchers' heads. Because if a guy never looks uncomfortable, even when you execute perfectly, it feels like you can't win. So what happens when a pitcher actually gets Shohei Ohtani out? Relief. Not dominance, not celebration. Relief. Pitchers have admitted that striking him out doesn't feel like victory. It feels like escaping danger. One pitcher said afterward, "I don't know if I beat him or if he just didn't beat me." That mindset says everything. Because even when they get the out, they know he's coming back up. There will be another at-bat, and one mistake could change everything. That's the psychological weight of pitching to Shohei Ohtani. You can execute 9 pitches perfectly, but if the 10th one catches too much of the plate, it's gone, and the game is over. So what do MLB pitchers really say when they pitch to Shohei Ohtani? They say there's no clear weakness. Every pitch carries consequence. He changes how you plan entire games. He forces doubt into elite arms, and he punishes hesitation. That's not hype. That's pitcher psychology.
Inning of one baseball game when I was still playing, and I looked at Luis Severino. I said, "This is the best baseball player I've ever seen in my life. He's the biggest, he's the fastest, he's the strongest."
CC Sabathia said it in 2020. He's the best baseball player I've ever seen in my life. Greg Maddux compared him to Nolan Ryan and Barry Bonds. Mike Trout said he doesn't know a single pitcher who wants to face him. And anonymous big league pitchers openly admit, even when they execute, Ohtani can still beat them. In 2024, Ohtani became the first player ever to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases in the same season. He finished with 54 homers and 59 stolen bases. He slashed .310/.390/.646. He won the National League M5P unanimously, and he did it all while making pitchers feel like there's no safe way to attack him. That's not just dominance on the scoreboard. That's dominance in the mental game. And it's why Shohei Ohtani doesn't just dominate box scores. He gets inside pitchers' heads before they even throw. If you want more breakdowns like this, told from the players who have to live it, subscribe to Foul Ball and tell us in the comments, which hitter should pitchers break down next?